Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another one of our weekly My Dress Up Darling discussion videos. And I once again am joined by the wonderful, the Startacular Stella Luna.
Hello, hi.
She's here, and guess what? They earned a gold star. Here it is. I don't know what it is.
Woo!
How about Stella's new outfit? Oh, that's right, Stella got a new outfit.
Oh yeah, I did get a new outfit. Yay!
Yay! New Stella outfit is the gold star. Alright, and let's see. I'm gonna give him a challenge this week. I'm gonna say 200 likes before the next
200.
video. 200. That's actually a challenge. 200
Okay.
before the next video. But with that said, let's go ahead and talk about this week's episode, shall we?
Oh boy. There's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah. So can I start with emotional stuff, and then we can dig into like the stuff that I know you are super excited about.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah. I was not going to record a video this week because I was really sad. I'm going through some pretty severe seasonal depression. Luckily, I have my lovely girlfriend to help me through that. But
I mean, both you and I are.
Yeah, it's not just we're helping each other, and I was in a really not good place this week, and I don't know when I will be out of it. But this week's episode, I made like a YouTube post saying like I just can't do it. And then we were like, well, we should watch the episode anyway, just so, we see it and we know for next week. Because, we were going to come back and talk about it. It's not like we're just dropping my Dress Up Darling or anything. And when Gojo is lying on the floor, thinking about what a screw-up he is, like, he's, like, really beating himself up. And, like, it's blatantly untrue. He's not a screw-up in any way, right? But he feels like it, And he's talking about like maybe I was wrong, like maybe I can't do this, maybe I can't like what's the point? It's too hard, I can't do it. And then he hears like his gramps in his head talking about how like it just because it's like there's always going to be times where everything's tough,
Yeah.
But because you love that thing, it's what makes you weather the storm, and seeing people enjoy the thing that you made, like seeing people like the look on customers' faces, like that's what makes the whole thing worth it. And I like really needed to hear that this week, and I'm not gonna lie, I was really emotional this week. This week's episode really hit, and it just cemented like Stella can attest to this, like when he got up and he like brushed the tears off and he like got back to it, I was like, that's my son. Like, that's my boy.
Yeah, exactly. And I think a lot of us can all like relate to that, because I've done that so many times throughout my life. Just like I'm a failure. I fucked up. I'm terrible. I did, I just can't do it. And then there's something in me that goes, no, I can do it. And then I do it.
Yeah.
I was literally, that was like me with like rigging. It was me with when I cosplay, like especially when I first started cosplaying. And let me tell you, I related so hardcore to the crunch that JoJo was going through. Con crunch is not a fun crunch. It's not your favorite cereal. Like
it's not Captain Crunch.
It's not Captain Crunch. It is Con Crunch, and it is suffering and pain.
I like in a long ago, in a distant time, before we knew each other, I had been in friend groups, and my one friend Allie, who I don't know if she's watching this because she occasionally watches videos, so if you are watching, hi Allie. She made an entire group's worth of cosplays one time. She made a Young Justice cosplay group's outfits, right? So that's I think
insane.
like 10 separate outfits, and I was Kid Flash, because Wally's the best one. But I watched her crunch, because like she had gotten most of them done except for 2, and I think it was like the last three or 4 weeks, and she's like, I'll do it like the last night. She's like, I'm not done. And I was like, oh no.
There.
Yeah.
The amount of times that I've stayed up all night before a con to finish cosplay is insane. The very first time I had ever made a cosplay, I think I talked about this, but I was Princess Serenity from Sailor Moon, and I stayed up 3 nights in a row finishing this cosplay while going to work as well.
Yeah, that's
And just
crazy.
not sleeping. I don't know how I did it. I don't know what I was thinking. And not to mention, I didn't sleep until the first night of the con.
So you must have, like, so the scene where, like, Gojo's like, I finished, I'm going to sleep. Like, that must have been, like, really relatable then.
That is so relatable. Anyone who's cosplayed or who just does anything, like, really creative, right? Like, who like, wants to get something done. Like, I've literally done it nights when I've been rigging. Where I'm like, I'm done! I did it! I'm going to bed.
Can attest. I've woken up to, like, I did it! Okay, I'm going to sleep.
With my new rig.
Yeah.
With my new rig, I literally messaged you, and I was like, I did it! I'm done! I did it! And you're like, it is 7 a.m. for you?
Yeah, I was like,
why
what?
are you still awake?
Yeah, you're like, okay, I'm going to bed. Good morning, also good night. Okay. Yeah, it's like, what? But yeah, that's yeah, like the whole thing was just, I just love Gojo. Like, I
do too.
adore Gojo, especially this week, because he goes through so much.
He does go through so much, and he's not like the type. Like, usually there are times where there's characters very similar to him where I find them really, like, annoying. But I don't think he's not always, like, super pessimistic, right, about everything.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he'll just go through waves of it, which is pretty normal for people to begin with, right? But he's not every week going, I can't do this. I blah, blah, blah. Like, I can't do this. I'm a failure. I'm this, I'm that, right? But in this, especially in this circumstance where he had so much on his plate, he had midterms, he had finishing the cosplay, that he had, his grandpa, he had still kind of like working the shop, like all of that stuff stacked on to each other, like, and then school on top of it, not just midterms, studying for them, school as well, which takes up a big chunk of your day.
I really felt for him. Like, we when we were watching, I even said, like, I can't believe, like, how relatable this is. Like, watching, like, sort of just, like, this thing happens, and then this thing, and then this thing, and then this thing. Well, because when Gramps fell, at first I thought it was, like, a comedy bit, right?
Yeah.
Because he sees, he sees, like, the stockings or something.
He sees the stockings.
Yeah, and he's like, what the fuck is that? Right? So, like, at first I thought that it was, like, a comedy bit, but then we wind up in the hospital, and both of us went like, oh no, like, what happened to
like,
Gramps?
that's not what I expected.
Yeah, and it's like, it was definitely shocking, because, like, you don't you're not expecting it, but, like, so that's, like, Gojo's like, oh crap, I have to finish this cosplay in 2 weeks. I think I could do it. Oh no, Gramps fell. Crap, right? Like, now he has to go stay with my uncles for a bit, while he, heals up. Okay, that's fine. Oh crap, midterms. I totally forgot. Oh crap, I have to take care of the store. Oh shit, I have regular school stuff too. Like, it just kept piling up and piling up and piling up, to the point where, like, a breakdown was, like, unavoidable. Like, he was, like, when you see, like, the bags under his eyes and how tired he is, but he's still, like, trying to power through it. Like, at the end when he's smiling, but he's so tired, I'm like, that is very relatable to me right now. I'm exhausted, but at the end of it, I could still laugh about it, right? And like seeing him, like, be able to laugh at the very tail end with Marin was like, yes, that's all I wanted for him. Yeah. That he found a way to power through. And that it's also the show saying, like, because I appreciated that the show wasn't saying, like, you just gotta power through the bad times. It's like, no, Gojo has to, like, be in that moment before he can, like, heal from it. Like, he had to, like, actually sit and feel like crap before remembering what his Gramps had taught him, and then moving forward from that and actually finishing the cosplay.
And not just that, but he was still, like, kind of in it when he was finishing the cosplay too.
Yeah.
Like, you don't just go like, I'm sad, boo-hoo, like, I'm so depressed, I'm so sad, and then go, all right, I'm better now, I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah.
You know,
That
like
scene
you
of him
still
going like,
feel
"Where are
like
my scissors?"
shit.
Yeah, like, "Where are my scissors?" And he's like going to look for them. Like, just that still like I can do it, but I'm still shaky. And like when he
Mhm.
finds out like, "Oh, you're not going to do the cosplay in 2 weeks." Oh, thank God. And he just kind of like falls apart. Like that was like
Well,
in
he
a good way.
probably
It was
he
pure relief. Like,
it
oh,
was
good.
pure relief, and it was probably him thinking like, "Oh my God, I did this so terribly. Like this isn't my best work.
Yeah.
Like I feel awful about it." And she was so excited, and not, she's gonna be disappointed because it's not gonna be my best work.
Yeah,
You know?
because he even says like I can actually fine tune it, like not fine tune it, but he says like I can fix parts
he
of
says-
it. And no, he does say
says
fine tune. Yeah,
I think he says fine tune it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he says take parts in and stuff where
Yeah.
needs to be taken in.
yeah, because he encourages Marin to
Yeah.
put on the outfit. Which, by the way, I have I don't know anyone who is not Team Gojo Marin at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know what that ship name is, but like Gojarin.
Gojarin. Gojarin.
Marjo.
Oh, Gojo.
Kita Gojo. Yeah, I like that. Kita Gojo. I don't know anyone who's not Team Kita Gojo.
Her last name's Kitagawa. Yeah. Gojo.
Kita
Well,
Gojo. I like it.
I don't even think Gojo. Yeah, that would make sense because that's both their last names.
Yeah.
Gojo is his last name.
Yeah. So yeah, Kita Gojo. I like it.
It's Kita Gojo.
I like it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who's not on that ship right now.
No.
Like everyone seems. That's the thing about this show that I like is that I had a friend, and I'm not gonna say their name because they are a friend, but they were like, I don't know what everyone gets. I don't know what everybody likes about this show. I don't want to give him like the mean voice because it was his opinion. He's like, I don't understand. Like he made a tweet saying like, I don't understand what everybody sees in this show. Yeah. I don't understand what everybody sees in this show. Everybody just has the hots for Marina or whatever her name is. Marina. And I saw Sun be like, whatever her name is.
Yeah, whatever. This is the Church of Marin.
Yeah, Sun was like, how dare you? Like Sun was furious.
How dare you?
Yeah, it was so funny.
I know it's the anime community's sweetheart.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
come
Like
on.
whatever her name is. Well, and like what I love about it is like they were like it's just guys who having the hots for Marina, and what I loved was the amount of like people in the comments actually saying like yes, Marin is really hot, right? Like everybody has the hots for Marin. She's really attractive, right?
Yes.
That's not like the thing people like. Like the thing that people like is visually speaking, and like I don't just mean plot, I mean like in terms of the animation and the art, it's really gorgeous. But a big element to the reason why people seem to really like this show is Gojo and Marin. Like, and that's what I really like, is everybody's like, she's my waifu, she's great, but also big ship. Like everyone really likes those two together. Even though Marin's
really
like their
wholesome.
waifu. Yeah, even though Marin's the waifu, like you said, it's very wholesome. And like her like seeing him smile and saying like, that's the first time I think I've ever actually seen you smile. Like a genuine like big smile. And he gets flustered by it. Like how many times this episode was like, just hug her. Hug her. Like when she was crying, I was like, hug her. Right? Because like, but they're not there yet. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're not. Yeah.
No PDA.
No PDA. Yeah, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. But like, yeah, it was such a like this episode in particular, like Gojo really shined, which I'm glad because he hasn't really had like an episode to really like have to himself to have like a lot of shining moments.
Yeah.
Because Marin's not really in this episode that much.
No, but the thing
is, whenever she's there, she leaves like a big impact.
Yeah, and oh my God, like Marin was so cute this episode. She was so worried about Gojo. Like she could not even get to talk to him. She she went over to his house with food. And
like
not to mention she could cook and clean as well. Like she could cook.
I have a feeling like next week, because like we see like Gojo like lets not so much the store, but like the house side of the store. Like we see like the laundry's piled up, the dishes are piled up because he just can't get to it. Like I have a feeling Marin's gonna be like, what is going on? Like I feel like she's gonna help him. Yeah, because it's like, what are you doing? well, because now Gramps isn't in the house. He needs help, right? So, like, I feel like it's gonna be Marin.
Yep.
But she really shined this week. And looked phenomenal, by the way. Like,
yeah,
she'd be out here serving looks in cosplay and out. Like,
yeah, I mean, she was wearing just a t-shirt and jeans, but she still looked great.
Yeah, we were both like I literally was like, that outfit, like that fit is great. Like, oh my god. All right, like, and it's literally just t-shirt and jeans, and I was like, she looks great. Like, that's but yeah, like, and then her in the cosplay. Like,
her in the cosplay. Okay, but like,
great.
okay, she did look great. Can we talk about JoJo's in-depth knowledge of makeup?
So
cosplay makeup? Oh my god!
When we were watching the episode, I could literally feel Stella like, I kind of wish we were talking about the show this week, and I'm like, it's okay, because I also want to talk about the show this week. But I could feel the like, oh, I have so much to say coming out of here.
I was like, oh my god, because as JoJo was sitting here going, I don't know what they're talking about. Like, what are they talking about? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, yes! Yes!
It
was so funny because he like, you know, she mentions like Yami makeup, right? And essentially what that is that it's like how do I explain it? Yami makeup is a kind of like sick looking like drunk kind of makeup where not like smeared all over your face, right? But like you use a lot of pinks and reds like under the eyes. You see it a lot in a lot of like Asian inspired makeup. It's a very, very popular makeup style in Japan and like even Korea and probably China, like Eastern Asia, right? And essentially it's like you use a lot of like the reds right under your eyes. You have like kind of it's like tired look, but it's in a cute way, not in a like I'm a zombie way, but in a really cute way. Yeah. Right? So he like, you know, she mentions that, you know, he talks about like the eyelashes, like to get the effect of like the drooped down eyes that Shizuku has, right? Yeah. Is that you take the eyelashes and you just put them in a way on your eyes with some eyeliner to create a droopy look, right? And then they talked about the eyelid tape as well.
Which I was like, what are they talking about?
So eyelid tape. I don't use eyelid tape because I have eyelids. Like I have like mono, like I don't have monolids, right? Like a lot of Asian people have monolids. I have like the double eyelids. Okay. I don't know what the term is. I can't remember at the top of my head, head. But the basically the eyelid tape creates a crease in your like in your eye. Like, okay. You know how like Asian people have monolids, right?
Yeah.
Right? It creates a double eyelid.
Oh, okay.
Essentially,
that's
right.
Neat. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah,
that. Yeah. Helps you like create like bigger looking eyes.
Okay.
And they didn't talk. I was surprised they didn't talk about face tape either, though, because face tape is a makeup product that you use to like. So Asian people, like Japanese cosplayers especially, will use it to like they can use it to make their eyes look more masculine, like bigger. A lot of times they use it to pull back their eyes to make them look more masculine. Don't do that if you're not Asian. So I'm gonna put that out. Don't do that. We don't do that.
Yeah.
But you can use it to make your eyes look bigger and to even pull up your jaw like line, like your jawline to like make it more sharper.
Oh, cool.
I've used face tape before. Not in a offensive way, but I've used it and it does make a huge difference. But it was just funny like to see all these like things they're talking about makeup and just JoJo going, I don't know.
I was literally just like, I don't understand. Like, cause I saw them at one point take like string and put it over an eye. And I was like, I don't understand.
That wasn't string. That was the eyelid tape.
Yeah, and so like having you explain it, I went like, oh, okay, now I understand. Because I just saw like, I was like keeping up and then just completely confused.
You were like completely.
Yeah, I was like,
completely
okay.
confused.
And the thing is, like, it's part of the reason why I'm glad we're watching this together, because I feel like I'm definitely coming at it from like the like sort of like male perspective of like I don't super understand a lot of this, right?
Mhm.
Like sort of a non-cosplayer guy type like position from it, whereas you're kind of tackling it from a cosplayer and feminine side of things, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny because like for a seinen series, my again, that one friend who had that one take did get a lot of replies, not just from guys, but a lot of girls saying like, dude, no offense, like I love Marin too, but like it's not just dudes who are into the show. It actually has like a really surprisingly vocal female fan base as well.
Yeah. Well, even just in this episode, the only time we got any lick of fan service was like her changing. But
Yeah.
even then, like I really just it did not faze me whatsoever.
No, because she was just changing.
She's just changing,
Yeah.
right? And I've had experiences where I had just like changed, and so it's like for me, it's like whatever. Because like when it comes to cosplay and like you know like even like things in theater, right? Like you would
Yeah.
just change sometimes.
Yeah, it's
Like
true.
it doesn't
You don't
matter
really
who
think
it was
about
in from or like in front of. It doesn't really matter any of that. So I kind of do it,
Yeah.
right? And so, like even though I know it was like kind of supposed to be fan service, it was just kind of like, like
It's tasteful
it was-
fan service, you know?
it was
Like
ta- it was
it's yeah.
tasteful, yeah.
Yeah.
It's tasteful, yeah. And it was just, it was just great because like the kind of more as we're getting into the show, we don't have like episode 2 like fan service every single episode.
No, but I'm not saying that I don't want that again.
No,
I'm just
yeah.
I'm
and
just
I'm not
saying that you
it
gotta
was
meter
bad,
it out,
right?
yeah.
I'm not saying it would be bad. I just think if they did it every episode, like
It'd
episode
be too
2,
much. Yeah.
it would be too much. It
Yeah,
would be way too much, in my opinion.
I think episode 2 was literally there to grab attention in a good way. Because again,
Yeah.
like Marin is in control the whole time, and Gojo is sort of like not leering at her the whole time. Like he
Yeah,
is like
and we saw
interested,
that
but he's
kind of
not
thing.
like ogling. There's a difference.
Yeah, we saw this kind of thing in Soul Eater. Like
Yes.
the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, look at all this fan service. And then like the rest of the series, it was like not really there. Except for Blair, who was sometimes there. And you know, she's just there to be the fan service. But she was, you know,
in a good
control.
way, yeah. Like
In a good
she
way,
was
in a good
control.
way.
We could talk
I love
about
Blair.
this for the
I know.
whole. That's a whole other video.
That's a
Because
whole
the same
nother video.
creator managed to screw it up.
It's true.
But like that's yeah. And I still
yeah.
love that dude. He still gave me Soul Eater, so I'm. But like, yeah, I think when it comes to, because like I don't think anybody's saying like if anybody were to say like I just watched the show because Marin's hot, I'd be like, yeah, makes sense. Right?
Yeah,
Like I get
makes
it, but
sense.
there is, it's not shallow. Like there's a lot more going on here than what's under the surface.
I think this is why it does have a large female audience as well. Not saying that like a male audience, like men only like this because of waifu fan service.
Yeah, because
But,
it's definitely, yeah, they definitely
But
don't.
like for a lot of women who enjoy anime, we like stories that are way more in depth than just some fan service,
yeah.
right? And we like that this show is a lot deeper than just fan service and just like Marin being the only like good thing about it. Because like I think for a lot of women love Marin, but they like Gojo as well, right?
Yeah.
Because he's a sweet boy. And having so much depth into it, like it just doesn't feel shallow, right? Because
Yeah.
like at least for me, and this is just talking my own personal, like I like this show because like even though there's, you know, fan service and all that stuff, there's just so much more depth with these characters and a lot more relatability.
Yeah.
Whereas like if a show was just like fan service and the main character, who's probably a guy, had no personality besides like being like, you know, like a loner who just like is kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And girls just fawn over him for no reason. It's like that doesn't really do anything for me.
I feel
You know,
like there's definitely a reason why lately the more like the ecchi series that you hear about are the ones that are doing something different, or the ones that actually have like fun characters and a decent story, right? Like Interspecies Reviewers is one that jumps to mind because everybody really loved that show, and a huge part of that was the fact that the characters were actually fun and funny, and like the situation made sense why there was ecchi, you know. Like this season there's World's End Harem, which is getting censored to hell and back, but like that's another show where like the ecchi makes sense. And with this, it's like, yeah, it makes sense. Like when Marin is in a sort of position where like Oppai and Booty are present, it's usually like it makes sense. You know, like it never feels tasteless. And I think that it's handled really well. I think like one of my favorite shows of all time is JoJo, right? And I know you scoff, but like, and I'm talking to all of you. I know all of you scoff at me, but like, JoJo's great because it uses its ecchi in a really clever way because it makes sense for that story, and it never feels out of place. And the important thing is that the story and the characters are at the core of it. And I feel like that's what's happening here.
Well, like that's the thing, right? Is that like a lot of women like don't really mind ecchi. They just don't like it when that's just what the show is about. It's just girls being like sexualized. If that's the point of the show, we don't really like that because like obviously, like I mean that's a whole nother topic. But like, you know, we like story, right? Yeah. And I know a lot of people will like
story
like,
or good characters.
You know, Free exists, right? And it's like,
which is
Free
my favorite show of all time.
it is your favorite show of all time. Yeah. I love Free as well. Like that's just like what we bonded over. Yeah. But Free was more than just shirtless dudes.
Yeah, you know? If it was because I have the perfect counter whenever people are like, oh, girls say that they don't like this, but then they turn around and like Free. I'm like, first of all, the thing about Free is that the characters are phenomenal and the art is amazing. Oh, yeah. And the reason why I know that's the reason is because if you took it away and you just have dudes by the pool, man service, you get Dive. I don't know if anybody remembers Dive, but that show bombed. Like
I vaguely remember Dive. I thought I got rid of it completely in my memory, but you brought it right back up to the surface.
There it is. There it is.
I did not. I dropped it so fast.
Yeah, because like it's just man service, right? So it's like there's fan service and there's man service, and I like them both. But you got to have something going for you. And I'm not gonna lie, this gives me like that good serotonin that Free did. You know, like it's not the same. Like it's like very different shows, but the serotonin level is the same. Or I'm just I like this. Agree. It makes me happy.
Well, because like I really ship Gojo and Marin, and not to mention we're seeing Marin reciprocate feelings for him.
Yes.
Right. I honestly think this might have been the episode where she realized she liked him.
When she sees him smile.
Smiling. Yep. Yeah. Right there. Like there was something that was like that clicked in her brain that went.
Because it's on her face. You could see it written all over her face. Yeah.
Like, oh, I might like this guy. Right. Like I might actually like this guy, you know?
Yeah. It was a sweet moment.
It was such a sweet moment. And that's what I really like is that their moments together are very sweet. Yeah. Right? They're very sweet and they're very wholesome. Sometimes she makes it a little spicy to tease him. But like nothing that's so out there and so far. And it's not constant.
Yeah.
Thank God it's not constant.
Yeah, because there's none of that in this episode. It's all concern.
No. Like it's all concern. Yeah, exactly. And I was just very happy to see like how this even just the cosplay turned out because it looks great.
It did. She looked great. You know what?
She looked so good.
We need to, if we ever bump into the mangaka for some reason, we're buying him a drink. That is happening.
Yeah, we're gonna buy him a drink.
Absolutely.
That's gonna happen.
Yeah. I think that's it, though. Is that anything else?
Nope. I think we're good.
All right.
I think that's all the talk. I mean, we could keep talking, and then
But then we'd just be here forever. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We're buying the mangaka a drink. Outro. And there you have it, everybody. That is going to wrap it up for today's video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to boop that up snoot, share if you care, leave a comment down below, and of course, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and set notifications to all. Let all of AnyTube know that you are here, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead and check out our Discord so that you can actually be notified when new videos go up. And of course, you'll also be notified when we're streaming over on the other website that starts with a T. On top of being the best way to get notified for new videos, it's also a good place to discuss with fellow anime fans and stuff like that. So if that sounds cool to you, go ahead and join us over on the Discord, link down in the description. Also linked to the description is our Patreon page, and that, along with the join button right beside the sub button, are great ways to help keep this channel afloat. You will find our Patreon page for as little as $1. You can help keep this channel running. And of course, a big thank you I have to give to our masters of masters, the true legends: Asaki VT, Elizabeth Just Elizabeth, JCran23, Jeremy P, Matt87 Eagle, Shadow Creative, Shiorins, Stephen G, Stevie W, Trapmaster, Trevor W, and Tristan G. Thank you all so much for being so freaking cool. I really love and appreciate all of you guys for your tremendous support of this channel. And if you too would like to have your name shouted out at the end of videos, once again, go check out that Patreon link in the description or hit the join button right beside the sub button. Either way helps out a ton. And that's it for me. So until next time, clean your room. Just trust me, a clean room is a clean mind. Maybe do some Tai Chi. Maybe drink lots of water and brush your teeth. And yeah, have a good day. Bye.